Dark out Nova. Hello there everyone, Darko here, and welcome back to some more FTB Revelations. And today we're going to automate, finally, the crafting of at least the plank after fixing all that P2P tunnel last episode. God damn, my brain is still hanging up from that. We should continue with our endeavors on molecular assembler. So invalid machine, yes, I should really put these memory cards back now. What was I doing? I completely forgot what was I doing. Jesus. Let's start with making the storage buses, right? Storage bus. So ME storage bus. So that's ME interface, sticky piston and piston. We're needing a lot of sticky piston and piston, so I'll go ahead and put that into the thing. So let us go ahead, and we still have a few blank patterns, so let's go ahead and do the pistons. We're only ever gonna completely automate everything if we do it like this, like on demand stuff. There we go. Encode the pattern for a piston, encode the pattern for a sticky piston bus, and that will need an ME interface on its own. So ME interface is that. We need to automate formation core and annihilation core too, but for now I'll just do that. And then we'll need a storage bus. Go, the interface is there, storage bus is there. And now we can whip the storage bus somewhere on this. Like right now I will just whip the storage bus here. But what I will do later is suck all the items out from these ME interfaces into a chest at all times through a conduit, and then we'll do that. But then I realized the downfall of that too, so that's gonna suck absolute balls. We need so much more space for a server room to do all this crap. That's a dense cable, isn't it? Yeah. There you go, storage bus. Now that the storage bus is absolutely slapped in there, this thing will show up like 64. This has the 64 oak wood planks, right? So it should be showing up in the thing. 64, and this has about, I cannot see. This has about 193. So we shall see, drumroll, 257. Yes. Now what happens if we drain that completely? Let's just put the things in here the righteous places first, because we will need some storage spaces, then conduit, because I am pretty burnt out on this episode right now, so not about to do that. So now, if we take out all the things, right, will you keep 64 crafted? $64? Did it craft in the meantime that I was not there? Oh, it did. Okay, yeah. Look at that. I crafted it. It is soon gonna craft another 64. No? That sucks. Yeah, it is crafting 64 more. So what is up? It should be crafting, but it is not. I have no idea why it is not. Storage burst is working though, and it should really craft it. Do we not have any oak wood left? We do have oak wood left. Why the fuck are you not crafting it then? Oh my god. But no, it's still, let's cancel that. So we have that 64, let's take that out, and now it somehow worked. It just bugged out. It just bugged out. Look at that. Pulling that out, it should be crafting more. Apparently it's not again. Fuck's happening? I have no idea. Do you need a core processing unit by any chance, my friend? Do you need that? I think it does. I think that might be the problem. I think that might be the problem. Because it is working the first time, it is not working the second time around. So, core processing unit. Co-processing unit. You need a crafting unit. I don't have stuff for that. God damn it. I don't have the quartz fiber for that. God damn it. Processors. Calculation processors. Craft 10 of that. Missing pure quartz. There. Grow that. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Crystal growth accelerator. Needs some quartz glass. Needs some fluix block. Crystal growth accelerator. Alright, let's see what a third one does. Why am I even using my hands? There we go, that's online. Now let's see, it is already at 11%. 3 crystal accelerators. 14%, not fast enough. Not fast enough. %, still not fast enough. Fuck that. 4 crystal growth accelerator. How about that? How about that, my friend? %, still not fast enough, but we'll make do with that. Okay, processor, please. 10 of these. I need a co-processing unit. Co-processor. For that, I need this. This hasn't crafted that yet. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Now let's see if anything happens if we slap a co-processing unit to that thing. If you slap a co-processing unit up in your ass. Yes, that was the problem. Haha. It just was not able to process multiple machines at once. And now it has 64 of planks inside it. So now if we planks take out, God, whoa, Jesus. We take out the planks. Haha, it's crafting more planks. Nice. If we take out the planks again, it's crafting more planks. Should be soon. Is it stuck though? Is it stuck again though? Motherfucker, is it stuck again or is it just crafting canola? It's stuck again. It's stuck again. Let's see, I think we need more of the processors. Okay. Applied crafting. This is melting my brain, guys. 2 of the processors are occupied now. This has a core processor unit. This is a separate one without a core processor. This is processing the logic circuits. I think we need a third processor there. Jesus, we'll need a server room for this. Alright guys, so my game crashed and that had me reload the game for another 7 or 10 minutes again, but that made me read up on AE2, and some of the things I understood about AE2 have either changed or I just misunderstood them to begin with. And now I realize how inadequate these two processors, even with one coprocessor, is. That's why it's getting stuck on the planks. So basically, a processor like this can only do one task at a time. And then suppose let's go to there so I can show you guys. I have attached like two molecular assembler to this one ME interface, right? If the crafting CPU, the crafting storage, does not have a coprocessor, it can only use one molecular assembler at a time, which it was doing to craft planks. But now I have a coprocessor on that, it can use two of the molecular assemblers to craft the same 64 planks. So this will be crafting 32 and this will be crafting 32. So that will be double the speed. But if I attach another molecular assembler to this interface, it won't be using that until and unless I add a second coprocessor to one of the CPUs. So what's happening is this CPU is crafting, this CPU is crafting, and we have a lot of crafting jobs, like even the trees are in a crafting job and stuff and whatnot. So we need at least 5 separate CPUs with one coprocessor each. So we're gonna go work on that. Look at that, we already ran out of processor. Let's create like 20 of these. So one of these will be producing 20 of these, and that is 11 of them. But then I have ran out of logic processors too. So now 1K storage. We can craft a few of them, these, right? Like 4 of these, very good. So we already now have 4 separate processors. If we place one here, place one here, place one here, place one here. So 4 separate processors. Now we need coprocessors for each of them. So that's 18. It's still making them. It's mainly slow, that one, because we only have 4 inscribers, and inscribers are kind of very, very slow. So that is that. Let us go ahead and order that to produce more processors too. We'll have it produce like 20 of these processors too, and it will do that once the Certus Quartz processor are done. One of them should be crafting those golden processor. This is crafting canola, crystallized canola. This is crafting nothing. This is crafting the gold thingamajiggies. And yeah, we didn't have a coprocessor unit on this, so the crafting task on this one, like if you guys can see, it is simultaneously crafting 2 stuff at a time from this one, because it has a coprocessing unit, but that one doesn't. So it will just go ahead, craft the silicon first, then craft the gold one first, then craft this one, and that will be an absolute nightmare. But if it had 2 coprocessor unit, while it's processing this one, it would also process this one and this one for the next one, since it's crafting like 20 of them. So yeah, that's how it's done. That's why you need coprocessing units. That's why you need to spend. But I also do believe before doing this, before today's episode, it was not realistically possible to make that many of them in like 5 minutes. So that would have driven me absolutely crazy. Now we gotta go for coprocessing units, but for that we need crafting units. How many? 4 crafting units. That should be good enough, to be honest, for the coprocessing unit. We don't need many coprocessing units with many CPUs at the moment. That guy can use a coprocessing unit, that guy can use one, that guy can use one, and this guy can use 2 coprocessing units. So we are slowly racking up on all the crafting CPUs and whatnot. So now, if I should go ahead and drain all the planks out of this, it should, yeah, be creating 64 more. And it should now be creating 64 more, or will it just get stuck again? I think it did get stuck again, so that's not the problem. Someone is crafting planks. Yeah, this one is crafting planks, but it is not crafting planks. I don't know why it's getting stuck then. I thought I finally figured out the solution for that, but no, it's just getting fucking stuck. And you know, oh, we have a trash can. I totally forgot about the trash can. Okay, let's trash some of the oak wood planks, and I don't know why it's happening then, guys. Like, I attached a storage bus to that thing, but it is not cooperating. It is not. I repeat, it's not cooperating. Now it has 64 of those. Now it should be, yeah, it's making 64 more. But now after it has made 64 more, if I pull it out, it's not making anymore. It's just getting stuck. Maybe instead of the storage bus, we should probably use an import bus. Like, see, now it's crafting it. Right? It has done crafting. Is someone still... Yeah, this is still crafting 64 more. I see the problem here, guys. This is still crafting 64 more. Even though we kind of have already 64 in here. So it is never stopping the crafting of 64 items. Maybe an import bus will fix that. Yeah, import bus fixed it. Storage bus is not gonna work. God damn. Why? Storage bus used to work. I'm pretty sure of that. So now if I add like acceleration card, so we will have to do it with ender conduits to a single chest and have to do it that way. That is gonna suck. Because I don't want to attach like import bus to every single one of these interfaces. So the 4 of those, let's see. It has 64, right? It will always have 64. So it's not importing right now. And even if it's importing, it's putting it right back there. So planks. Yeah, it should always have 64 at the moment. But the problem with the interface, like the import bus now, is it's always cycling it. Like once this goes into the main system, it's coming back into here. So there's a buffer of 64. Let's see. But the problem with here is it's not keeping 64 crafted, is it? Like if I tell it to like craft and more and then pull it out, it's not crafting 64 more. So that sucks. That fixed the problem with the thing. But the storage bus would have been the absolute best for that, but it's apparently not working. My brain is gonna melt, guys. My brain is absolutely gonna fucking melt. Alright, guys. I tried looking it up, but it looks like, unfortunately, stuff from these molecular thingies. Oh, they do get power like that. So, yeah, you just don't need a processor. Like, let's say we don't have this here, right? I just want to see if the molecular assemblers will still work, if not directly connected to any interface. Like this interface is here, right? So now we will just... The molecular assemblers are attached through here. And we need 64 wood, right? But let me make sure that nothing is actually making the woods at the moment. So let's just pour in some wood. And we'll take out some wood. And that's the 64 wood there. We'll trash the wood because we're getting a bit too much wood. Yeah, I know I'm wasting a lot of oak wood doing this. But yeah, man's got to do what he got to do. Alright, so now we're gonna go and see, like, there's no export bus to this, right? But there is a storage bus, like, selected in here. It had 64, and now it will try to create 64 more. But the problem is, it is not connected to any molecular assemblers. Why is that? Because I do believe it needs some molecular like assembler to be attached to it. So that's that. Let's see. Let's attach 2 of them. Let's test. Because of the core processor, it's using 2 molecular processors at once, and now it has produced the 64 of them. But now the problem is, since those 64 are in the interface from the storage bus, but not they haven't gone through the main system yet. So this is still waiting for the 64 things. So what we are going to do about that is let's change the setup a little. This is just a prototype setup for future places, because we are not gonna have the auto crafting here. Alright guys, I just could not end this episode without figuring out what was wrong with the system I was using, and as you guys can see, I'm in creative mode with an instance just only has applied logistics 2 and under IO. So I found out that this just does not work. Like, if you want to do it this way, like if you want to have 64 of the planks in here, you will have to use like one storage bus and one import bus, or maybe import it through Ender cables per interface, and that just does not work. So instead, I found a great solution. It will need one interface more, but you can have all you want. Like, you can have all the molecular assemblers here and there, and then you can have the multiple interfaces here with all the patterns and whatnot in here. Doesn't really matter. These interfaces can be dedicated to crafting your stuff, but what can we do now is slap another interface somewhere inside the system, not connected to the molecular system and whatnot, and you just need to slap in an ME storage bus to that thing. So let's do that. And yeah, I even added P2P tunnels to emulate our system. This is basically our system, just much smaller and much clearer, and without facades and without all that confusion. So now we have the pattern of that in there, the planks. So let's see, we don't have planks in here, right? But we will ask this guy to have planks in here, and we'll put in some crafting cards in here. And as you guys can see, this is crafting stuff, and the CPU is getting stuff back from this interface. No import bus, nothing needed at all, just this system. Since this knows how to craft stuff, so let's say we have 64 stuff in there, right? Like, why is that not working? 64, is that a storage bus? If that is a storage bus, I don't know why that's not working now. It was working. If it takes 64 out and it allows it to craft it again, but the storage bus really should be working right now. I don't know, guys. I don't know why it's not working anymore. Alright, let's see. Bidirectional extract only. And let's see if that shows up. Yeah, it now, okay. It needed to be in extract only. Like, I put up 64 more. It allows it to craft 64 more. And bam, 64 more crafted. Just like that. Just fine and dandy. Like that. Like 64 more. Take it out. It crafts 64 more. I mean, it should craft 64 more. But apparently it's not crafting 64 more. Oh, I might have figured out the problem. Okay. Ran out of oak wood logs from there. Okay, now if you allow it to craft like 64, yeah. Look at that. It keeps the 64 crafted at all times. That's relief. That's a relief. Let's speed it up. Let's add some molecular chambers to that. And let's add some crow processors to these things so they can use 3 molecular chambers at once. I mean, I can add another one, but you guys will be able to see that it does not have that. Okay, so take out 64, it crafts 64. Look at that. It only uses... Did it use all 4 molecular chambers? Let's allow it to have like a stack more. There you go. It's crafting, and it is indeed using all 4 molecular chambers, and that was fucking fast. I think that it is doing that because it's using both the processors. All 4 molecular chambers are being used, and it's getting crafted. Let's delete one of the crafter, and then we can see if it uses all 4 molecular chambers. Nope, I think it doesn't. God damn it, that's so fast. It still uses 4 molecular chambers. And my understanding of the coprocessor are wrong. Let's see what happens with only 1 of the coprocessors, and let's... Oh god. I don't even have the dustbin mod here. Great. There you go. Now, even now, it still uses 4 molecular chambers, so I don't know what coprocessor is for. Maybe coprocessor is for stuff like this, where you have another one, and then you can slap another molecular chamber on that. Let's see. There you go. And we can make a copy of that. Let's throw that out, and we can slap that in there too. So now we shall allow it to have a bunch of it. Like, look at that. That works so great. That just works so great. And yeah, look at that. Without any coprocessor unit, it's only able to use one interface. All right, let's see. So now this thing does have all the planks it needs, right? It is commanded to have 576 at all times. And with a coprocessing unit, did I slap one? No, I didn't. Okay, without a coprocessing unit, it's only able to use one of these interfaces, right? Let's go ahead and slap a coprocessing unit to this thing. And if we slap like one coprocessing unit, it is gonna use the second ME interface as well to use both the interfaces and all the molecular assemblers like attached to them. So that is so very nice. So that is what coprocessors are for. And I do think we might have ran out of freaking wood. Like, Jesus, look at that. 500 logwoods? Nah, it won't stand a chance once AE2 system comes into play. Look at that. Now, coprocessing unit, it is just using every available processor for the wood. Like, there's only 2 available, hence 1 coprocessing unit is enough. But if there was more available, it wouldn't have been able to. So basically, it opens coprocessing limitations and whatnot. So I think that's gonna be all for this episode, guys. I finally understand a bit more about Applied Genetics 2. Damn, Applied Genetics 2 creator, you are one cheeky motherfucker. Why did you need to make it so complicated? But you did, and I'm glad. I'm like, it's giving my brain a headache sometimes, but I'm glad that I started playing with the Applied Genetics 2 because it feels kind of nice. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching this video. I'm Dark Cow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.